See, I thought the worst thing we were gonna have to worry about was whatever's in the woods, but it looks like we're at war now too. Oh boy. Hello everybody, Salty Sweet Ren here, and welcome back to the woods. Now, if you haven't seen the last episode, I highly suggest you go watch it because I worked really hard on the little storybook segment at the start. I did also make it as a separate video, so you could watch that on its own if you wanted. But it does have like some pretty important kind of background lore for the series going forward, so at the very least kind of does. I know a lot of people have actually been guessing that the white kit at the start in that little storybook segment is actually Tawny Star, or maybe an ancestor. Honestly, between that, an ancestor is probably the most likely, but truth be told, I just did 3 differently colored kits and thought a white one would be fun to have to kind of contrast with the darkness of the story. But everybody says it looks like Tawny Star, so I guess it might be an ancestor, who knows. But the idea is that this whole thing, this whole sacrificing cats to appease whatever is in the woods, has been going on for several generations now. All the other clans are in on it. The clans have actually been cut off from StarClan for a very long time. You can see there's no cats in StarClan. Everybody goes immediately to feed whatever is in the woods, becomes part of, like, I don't know if it's a singular creature or if they become like another creature or they're like some sort of collective or something like that. Who knows? But could it be like because it's been so long, does StarClan even really exist anymore? Who knows? It's just a little something to think about. It is also very interesting to consider, like, not being able to think for yourself, having all the decisions made for you, not being able to, like, see what is true and what is false, and not being able to feel any love or remorse for your actions and how that's affected the clans going forward. Like, it's just a little something to think about. Like, you know, that's kind of like what was going on in that story. But anyways, the thing is that we are in a little bit of trouble. Because if we want the clan to survive, we need to keep our numbers up. And that's been proving to be pretty difficult lately. The recent war with Clan and the amount of sickness that we've been going through has been killing off a ton of cats recently. And on top of that, we have to regularly feed kits to the woods, feed like other cats to the woods and stuff. We're running out of able-bodied warriors, and every so often we still have to continue to feed new cats to the woods. And that's going to make things pretty difficult going forward. If we want this clan to live on, they've got to survive. And we are running low on numbers. I'm pretty sure we started with more cats than this. I could be wrong, but like the kits have a pretty high likelihood of dying at some point. Everything is just I am like kind of like struggling to figure out what are we gonna do next. Like, we could always use some more, we could definitely use some more kits, and we could also use more members. I mean, outsiders will always be among the first to be used as fodder to feed the forest, but like, that spares our own cats, right? But also, I'm kind of wondering about Clan, why they might be at war with us. Some people actually corrected me on what Asters represent, which is apparently like more like related to like spirituality and faith. But of course, it doesn't necessarily have to represent StarClan. It could be like faith to whatever it is in the woods. And they could like, maybe their mentality is like something along the lines of like theirs, like in order to keep the woods appeased and spare their own cats, they could be like killing other cats and other clans to try and appease the woods. That could be an idea. But there could be other reasons why they're doing it as well. So I don't know. But it is interesting to consider. I'm a little nervous how that war is going to affect the clan going forwards. But anyways, if you are enjoying this series so far, please do be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Give me your thoughts, your theories, whatever little story bits that you like to write out, because I know that some of you do and it's always really fun to read. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and hitting the little bell icon so you will be notified whenever future videos come out. And why don't we go ahead and move on with the rest of the video, shall we? Hollowclan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. That's right. We are losing a lot of, like, cats because our medicine cat is not doing so hot. So cats will be hurt or sick for longer and have a higher chance of dying. But we have taken some of ClanGen's territory. That's good, that's good. We're doing well. Rosemary Husk has recovered from green cough. Good, we all love Rosemary Husk. Rosemary Husk has become a very popular cat, even among the cats of the clan. A brutal battle against Clan leaves Houndstooth injured. Oh dear, Houndstooth, be careful. The war with clans began to disrupt the daily lives of Hollowclan, forcing them to adapt to new routines and living situations in order to better defend themselves. Yeah, that is very ideal. We need to start, like, trying to protect ourselves. Ooh. Boggy Roach is watching with pride as Foxglove Paw is named and given to Stemstock to apprentice under. They know that Stemstock was a good choice. That's right, new apprentices. See, whenever a cat reaches the age of 6 moons, before they can formally become an apprentice, well, actually, we have to. Stemstock is the deputy, right? You can't be the deputy's apprentice. You're gonna have to be apprenticed to somebody else. But the thing is that Stemstock the thing is that, like, Foxglove Paw is going to have to be sent into the woods to prove himself, and same with Maple Paw, who has also reached the age of 6 moons and been made an apprentice. A harsh sparring session has left Maple Paw bruised. They worry that they will do badly in a real fight against Clan. Maple Paw, hopefully you're still... Are you well enough to actually... Okay, you could potentially go and go on that patrol. You still have to prove yourself. Relationships, though. Stemstock is apparently not really doing well with Gorskit. Overheard a joke that they didn't get, and was stuttering while speaking with Gorskit. Oh dear. Rosemary Husk seems to be oblivious to Flower Tiger glaring at them from across camp. What's going on between you two, huh? Flower Tiger thinks Maple Kit is being annoying. Oh dear. Rosemary Husk is surprised to hear Gorskit express an ideal they can agree with. Boggy Roach feels safe with Ridgeflit around. That's good. Houndstooth mews congratulations to Gorskit for a job well done, and is glaring daggers at Sagepaw. Oh dear. Ridgeflit thinks Needleflame is very helpful, and had Gorskit bump into them, and they didn't even apologize. Gorskit, you're not really getting along with a ton of the other cats. Tawny Star and Foggy Roach joke around about how bad the other clans smell, and caught Sagepaw in the lie. Sagepaw, I am adding to my notes. There we go. Needleflame complains about something Rosemary Husk did, and told Rosemary Husk to stop padding after them like a lost kid. Needleflame does not like Rosemary Husk right now. Oh dear. Sagepaw sees that Flower Tiger's piece of prey looks tastier and asks if they like to swap. They agree happily, saying that they like that one better. Foxglove Paw finds a bit of fluff that smells like Gorskit and adds it to their nest, and Maple Paw thinks the prey Rosemary Husk is biting into on the other side of camp looks delicious. Oh dear. And Gorskit thinks Houndstooth is very helpful. I mean, I don't think Houndstooth feels the same way, or do you, Houndstooth? Oh yeah, I guess Houndstooth is doing pretty well with Gorskit. Anyways, all that's going on. Meanwhile, Tawny Star is asking Sagepaw if they are ready for an assessment. Tawny Star? Oh dear. You have been, like, kind of not getting along with Sagepaw. Sagepaw has actually been in my notes for a little bit, to be fair. So, gonna keep an eye on that. Stemstock must speak with the leader soon about something they found while out on patrol. Technically, Stemstock is not supposed to be on patrol. That's the thing. Stemstock is not supposed to be going on patrols. Foggy Roach is proud of their ability to care for their clanmates. I mean, you really can't. And before you guys ask, like, why don't we get an apprentice? I'm not supposed to. There's only supposed to be one protector of secrets at a time. In other words, only one medicine cat at a time. If the medicine cat dies, or if the protector of secrets dies, you have to replace them with a random young adult. And if there are no young adults, then I think it said wait until you do. Where's my notes? If you have no young adults, you must wait until you do. Yes, so it has to be young adult, not regular adult. I mean, we have a couple of young adults, to be fair, but... Actually, speaking of Needleflame, flatly insults a clanmate's appearance. Come on, Needleflame. I mean, Needleflame is looking pretty gorgeous with that little poppy in the fur. Rosemary Husk is hoping Stemstock assigns them to the next patrol. Really? You're hoping for that? Okay. Ridgeflit is having a hard day. Oh dear. I hope you do better soon, Ridgeflit. Houndtooth lectures Sagepaw on the warrior code. You also have a claw wound, that's right. Maplepaw is wondering what Tawny Star is thinking. Yeah, I'm wondering what Tawny Star is thinking too, to be fair. And you're apprenticed under Rosemary Husk. Okay. So, hope this is like Rosemary Husk's second attempt at an apprentice, to be fair. So hopefully this one goes well. And you're also a little injured, but you should hopefully be able to be sent. I say hopefully be able to be sent on your patrol to test if you're good enough, but you know. Foxglove Paw is helping to reinforce the camp with brambles. Also, just realized you kind of have like some spots on your pelt. Apparently you're a calico? You're very creamy calico. That's interesting. Cool. And Gorskit is pestering older cats to play with them. Okay, Gorskit. You still have a few moons on you before you have to go into the woods. But speaking of the woods, it is time to send Maplepaw off to go and see if they are worthy of continuing to live within the clan. Maplepaw, now of 6 moons, find themselves on the cusp of the daunting forest. With a deep breath, they plunge into the depths of the unknown. After hours pass, it's clear that Maplepaw won't be returning. The woods have made their decision, their silence a dreadful verdict. Maplepaw has died and fed the woods. I'm sorry, Maplepaw, but this is the way of the woods. Next, Foxglove Paw. If Foxglove Paw survives, I'll give you to Rosemary Husk, because he can't be mentored by Stemstock anyway. The time has come for Foxglove Paw to face their destiny in the woods. With courage in their eyes, they step into the mystical forest. Oh, the night falls, and with it, the hope of Foxglove Paw's return. The woods have made their decision. They have claimed Foxglove Paw. Foxglove Paw has also died and fed the woods. Look out! Look, we are running out of cats! This is what concerns me the most. We have so few cats. Like, seriously, we are running out of cats. We're at war. We're running out of cats. The creatures in the woods are gonna outnumber the living soon. We need more members. So we are going on a border patrol because we need to see if we can find anybody who is willing to join. Your mentor's coming along. Okay. Border patrol. Let's see if anybody's willing to come. On their way to mark the far corners of their forest territory, Needleflame starts telling a story of their ancestors to keep every cat entertained. You know what the story probably is? It's the story of the creature in the woods. That is like the main story of their ancestors that is retold throughout the generations. As the patrol weaves through the trees and undergrowth, it becomes obvious that the bushes block the sound of their meows, and Needleflame gives up on the story. Oh dear. Well, I mean, you tried. Now, Flower Tiger and Ridgeflit. Your patrol finds a kitty pet who is interested in joining the clan. They banter with the cat a bit, making them feel more welcome. Please, we need some cats in the clan. The patrol doesn't have to do much convincing. The kitty pet seems happy to join the clan. Pinkie Pie Splash has joined the clan! Okay, Pinkie Pie Splash. Who are you? Pinkie Pie Splash. Hello! Oh my gosh, you are a very handsome cat. So welcome, Pinkie Pie Splash. You are grumpy, and a den builder, and a great teacher. Pinkie Pie Splash, welcome. Don't mind me adding you to my notes, because you are an outsider who... That means that you might be among the first to feed the woods when the time comes. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Totally normal, totally fine. We're totally not a cult who feeds our young to the woods. This is just a totally normal clan. No reason to worry about anything weird going on. I'm not sending you on the patrol. You've just barely joined. Anyways, let's go on to the next moon, shall we? And it's been a full year. Oh boy. War continues to wage between Hollowclan and ClanGen. Time has taken its toll, and Stemstock has noticed themselves slowing down. They have worked tirelessly for many moons, but it is time for them to retire. How are we supposed to handle that? Because I think that technically the Secret Keeper's apprentice isn't supposed to retire. So I'm wondering how I'm going to handle that. That's going to be interesting to consider. Foggy Roach no longer has yellow cough. That's good. Houndtooth itches uncomfortably, wishing their wound would close up and heal already. Instead, it seems to be getting worse. Oh no. I hope that you'll feel okay too. The past moon, Maplepaw and Foxglovepaw have taken their place in StarClan. Hollowclan mourns their loss, and their clanmates will miss where they had been in their lives. Moments of their lives are shared in stories around the circle of mourners as those who are closest to them probably sit at the edge of the woods where they disappeared to. The clan prays that the woods have been satisfied. And Tawny Star chooses Ridgeflit to take over as deputy. Ridgeflit, interesting choice. But how are we supposed to handle Stemstock? Because you should not be here. You should, like... I don't believe that the Secret Keeper or the Secret Keeper's apprentice are supposed to actually retire. And you're grieving, apparently. You've been grief-stricken for 2 moons. Interesting. Relationships, though. Stemstock and Needleflame heckled another clan at the gathering together, and Stemstock bestows wisdom onto Gorskit. Flower Tiger appreciates Stemstock telling them they had a feather stuck to their face, and wants to spend more time with Sagepaw. Aw. Rosemary Husk sees that Ridgeflit's piece of prey looks tastier and asks if they'd like to swap. They agree happily, saying that they like that one better. Foggy Roach stands tall when Ridgeflit walks by and is giving Sagepaw a task. Houndtooth caught Pinkie Pie Splash complaining about them behind their back, but admires how brave Sagepaw is. And heard Rosemary Husk talking badly about them. Oh dear. Ridgeflit said they'd cover for Sagepaw, but when it came time, they got Sagepaw in trouble. I mean, considering that Tawny Star has it out for Sagepaw recently, I am not surprised. So, gonna keep that in mind. Ridgeflit, Tawny Star, and Houndtooth had a nice talk while eating. Okay. Ridgeflit growls at Gorskit to get out from under their paws. Oh dear. Tawny Star notices how Houndtooth is being helpful around camp. Needleflame sees that Houndtooth's piece of prey looks tastier and asks if they'd like to swap. They agree happily, saying they like that one better. Sagepaw thinks Ridgeflit isn't very considerate of others. Oh dear. That could also be part of why Ridgeflit was chosen. Gorskit had a fight with Needleflame, and Pinkie Pie Splash covered for Tawny Star on something minor. Pinkie Pie Splash, you're getting yourself in with the leader a little bit? Thinking that might make sure you don't get fed to the woods. Interesting, interesting. I don't think there's anything that will say, like... Yeah, we've recently fed the woods, so I don't think we have to worry about that anytime soon. Tawny Star is sharpening their claws, of course, of course. Meanwhile, Ridgeflit is feeling quite lazy today. Interesting. Okay, and your former apprentice is Yellowpaw, that's right. Foggy Roach is feeling better and recounts the amount of catmint in your stores. The amount is 0. Of course. Stemstock is snoring in their sleep. Stemstock, I am actually going... I can't add you to the number of cats. Why would... The thing is, I don't think that I could add you to the number, but the thing is, I can't send you on patrols anymore at all because you're an elder. So what happens if the Secret Keeper's apprentice decides, you know what, I don't want to be the Secret Keeper anymore? How does that get handled? I mean, you're an elder, so I can't send you on patrol. But we could, like, maybe Tawny Star, like, led you off into the woods to speak so that you could, like, have this conversation. What I think happened is that Tawny Star killed you as an offering to the woods. Sorry, Stemstock. It had to be done. It was happening. You're startled to find yourself waiting in the muck of a shadowed forest. You weren't supposed to retire. That's how things work here. You were supposed to become the secret keeper. Turn your back on that, and this is what happens. But I do not like the fact that we are running so low on cats. Like this is what would happen. But we are running so low on cats. I don't like that. Pinkie Pie Splash, you're hoping Tawny Star notices your improvement. Yeah, you are, like, really trying to get in good with Tawny Star. Oh my goodness. Ridgefoot is feeling quite lazy. I already saw you, Ridgefoot. Gotta remember, you are the new Secret Keeper's apprentice. And you're a young adult. It is supposed to be a young adult who gets chosen, to be fair. I should have done that from the beginning, but I wasn't thinking about that. Flower Tiger is craving the taste of Vol. Okay, maybe I'll catch a Vol. Who knows? Rosemary Husk is sparring with some clanmates. Okay. Needle Flame wants to spend time alone today. Now see, it's not safe for you to be sent on a patrol alone. I would like, if this was any other game, I'd be like, okay, I'll send you on like a solo training patrol. It's not safe for cats to go on solo patrols in this game. So I can't do that. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Gore's Kid is grateful to Foggy Roach for their treatment. Okay. Sagepaw wonders if Foggy Roach has received any prophecies lately, or visions, or whatever. And I think that there's only like the 10 cats. Houndstooth is eavesdropping on Gore's Kit. Of course. Well, why don't we go ahead and start sending some cats on patrols, shall we? You and your mentor go on a training patrol. Needle Flame suggests this might be a good chance to practice new hunting techniques with Sagepaw. Unfortunately, neither cat steps up to teach Needle Flame. You should be the one teaching Sagepaw, the apprentice. It makes everything feel awkward and a waste of time. The cats give up and return to camp a little irritated. Needle Flame, you gotta take care of actually mentoring your apprentice. It's Rosemary Husk and Pinkie Pie Splash. Go see if you can actually find a new cat. As the patrol is checking the borderlines, they hear an odd sound coming from a nearby bush. Okay, who is it? Oh, hello! Before Pinkie Pie Splash can move to check the bush, a loner emerges with their newborn kids. The cat explains that they would like to join the clan, and after a short conversation with Pinkie Pie Splash, the loner and their family join the patrol on the journey back to camp. Ike has joined the clan along with Ink Kit, Lichen Kit, Beach Kit, and Silver Kit. We have suddenly populated the clan. Ike, hello, and you are recovering from birth. Okay. And your kits are literal newborns, meaning that I should probably roll to see if they survive. But they're mewling quietly for milk. Oh, hello, little kits. All right, let me get my dice out. What were the numbers? It's a 6-sided die. I've got a better 6-sided die somewhere in my dice box, which I have to actually like rummage through. I'll use a black 6-sided die because dark forest type vibes. I don't know. 5. Ink Kit, I am sorry, but... Well, here's the thing. Actually, now I think about it. I gotta think about this, actually, because... Like, technically I probably shouldn't, but I'm thinking about this in terms of... The way that this works is, like... It's a matter of, like, were they born alive or dead? And Ike is, like... Ike brought their kits here... like, after already giving birth. So technically they survived being born. I'm just sitting here like, do I want to go through with this? Here's the thing, I'm gonna give them advantage. If you know D&D, advantage means I roll twice and whichever one gives them the better odds of survival, I'm gonna go with. So the first number for Ink Kit was a 5, second number, 4. 4 gives you a better chance of survival, Ink Kit survives. And the thing is, it's not just a matter of like, oh, well, you rolled a 6, and then you roll 5, so now you survive. It's a matter of, like 5 or 6 is death, so. They have a, like they have a 2/3 chance of survival, 1/3 chance of death. Lycan kit, let's see for you. First number is 2, so you're pretty likely to survive. Actually, I don't even have to skip. I could just skip you because 2 is survival. Beach kit. Oh dear, that doesn't count because it fell on the floor. 6. Oh dear. And 6. Beach kit. I'm sorry, but you did not survive being born. I'm sorry. And silver kit. Silver kit. Okay, 3. So you survive. Silver kit survives. These 3 kits get advantage. I'm partially doing this because I need, like, the numbers up anyway, so. These 3 are alive. Final patrol. Flower Tiger and Foggy Roach. Let's see how this one goes, shall we? As Foggy Roach pads through Hollowclan territory with their entourage, they feel a presence join them. The scent of a familiar pelt reaches Flower Tiger's nose. They know this cat, so it wouldn't be StarClan, but would probably be one of the creatures in the woods. With a friendly purr, they turn to greet their friend from beyond the grave. The rest of the patrol gives them some space. And we gathered some marigold! I think the thing is with the Protector of Secrets, like, they are able to commune with whatever it is in the woods. I think this wasn't even intentional this time, but Flower Tiger is always joining Foggy Roach on these patrols. So that's interesting. Flower Tiger would not be able to become a Protector of Secrets, but it is interesting to note how Flower Tiger reacts around the other cats. But I believe that would be this episode. I believe that wraps up events for this. We have Ike here with her kits. And where are the kits? Here they are. Ink Kit, who isn't very inky. Lycan Kit and Silver Kit. Ink Kit is a little calico, apparently. You can't really see the calico patches very well because they're so tiny, but I can see a little tiny patch of black right there, or what's going to be a darker color at least. So, it'll be interesting to see what they're like when they grow up. Ike, I'm eager to see what you're like too. You're daring and a trusted advisor and very clever. Very curious to know how Ike is going to fit in, but I do have to add Ike to the number of cats. I'm going to put you above Pinkie Pie Splash, actually. Ike, you're above Pinkie Pie Splash in terms of who is most likely to be fed to the forest. Because you're brand new, meanwhile Pinkie Pie Splash has been, like, trying to get in with Tawny Star, trying to impress Tawny Star, which is hilarious, I think. I think Pinkie Pie Splash has quickly figured out what's going on. Actually, I kind of want to see what your backstory says. You used to live on something called a boat with 2 legs, but decided to join the clan. Okay, okay. And meanwhile, Ike, you used to live in a barn, but mostly stayed away from 2 legs, and you decided clan life might be an interesting change of pace. Okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up. I am glad we are possibly keeping our numbers up a little bit. We have 2 new adult members who may or may not wind up getting fed to the forest. And then we have 3 new kits. This is what I'm glad about. We need our numbers up. We need population. We need cats. So, for now, I believe I'm going to wrap things up. So guys, thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of The Woods. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts, and if you're not already, please do consider subscribing because it will help me support the channel, and I will see you guys in the future. Stay safe out there, everybody. I deserve to fly again when you know my name's Icarus and I know what I did back then. Oh, Father, did I make you proud?